friends from Africa, Latin America, and Asia. 10 years ago, I had the chance to spend 3 days in Palestine, including in Ramallah, Hebron, and Jerusalem. After seeing the thick walls, dozens of Israeli settlements forcibly erected on Palestinian land, exclusive highways on Palestinian land from which Palestinians were kept out, after seeing this display of domination by brute force, I promised to myself that I would bear witness to what I had seen. 10 years later, the settlements and the lands on which they were grafted are only more numerous and larger. Now these multiplied settlements and spaces are to be formally annexed to Israel. I cannot remain silent over this announced action, which defies every human norm of dignity, even as it would defy international law prohibiting the annexation of territory and laws prohibiting the subjugation of people. I salute the remarkable women and men of South Africa who have led this call for the world community to raise its voice against the announced violation. While recalling his experiences in subjugated South Africa, my grandfather, Mahatma Gandhi, wrote in his autobiography, and I quote, "It has always been a mystery to me how men can feel themselves honored by the humiliation of their fellow human beings," unquote. Today, the people of Israel must ask if they feel themselves honored by the humiliation of their fellow beings, of fellow human beings who are their neighbors, apart from also being the owners of the land where they are being humiliated. And the people of the world must ask whether the justice they demand should be restricted to their countries. Must the Palestinians be singled out as a people whose suffering should be unheard, unseen, everlasting? The people of Palestine are our sisters and brothers. Fortunately, my conscience will not shame me in the evening of my life. It will not say that I remained silent when these magnificent, long oppressed sisters and brothers of mine were asked to face bigger locks, thicker walls, and a shrinking prison space. Palestine, Israel, and the world should know that large numbers of Indians are opposed to the settlements and to the plan of annexation. I urge the government of India to remain firm in its commitment to Palestine's independence and to oppose the proposed annexation. The history of humankind tells us that while the freedom of Palestine may be delayed, it cannot be prevented. Everyone also knows that the ancient story of Palestine includes figures before whom modern humanity goes silent with amazement: Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, and more. Intertwined with the story of Palestine is the story of Israel. Large numbers of brave Israeli men and women have been at the forefront in the risky opposition to the annexation plan. They will not be forgotten by the good people of the world or by history. I want to say to the Palestinian people, for decades you have responded with fortitude to the oppression imposed on you. We respect you, we love you, and we send you our solidarity. Azad Philistine, Zindabad. Long live free Palestine.